Her in-laws began maintaining control through constant communication. Calls became frequent and intrusive. They wanted to know everything: how often Opal and Sandwell went out, what they ate, how much they spent, how frequently they bought groceries. Nothing was too small to be questioned. It felt suffocating. Despite this, Opal tried to fulfill expectations. She called her mother-in-law every single day because it was expected of her. Sandwell, too, insisted that she maintain this routine. One day, Opal fell sick. She was physically exhausted and unable to call. One day turned into two. When she finally gathered the strength to call, she wasn't met with concern, but anger. Her mother-in-law scolded her for not calling. Opal was hurt, deeply hurt. When Sandwell found out, he supported her. For the first time, he told her she didn't need to call every day. It felt like relief, a small but meaningful support. But that relief didn't last long. Soon, her father-in-law began calling Sandwell regularly, indirectly pressuring him to maintain constant communication. The cycle resumed. The expectations returned, stronger than before. Over time, the emotional pressure escalated. Her mother-in-law began using vulnerability as a tool, crying, claiming poor health, accusing her son of neglect. Slowly, the narrative shifted. She began influencing Sandwell emotionally, even suggesting that he should limit contact with Opal's family. Years passed, but the interference only deepened. During a visit to their hometown, the situation took another turn. The in-laws began expressing financial struggles. They spoke about lack of income, unemployment of the elder son, Son, and increasing responsibilities. What began as occasional help turned into regular financial support, monthly expenses, medical bills, educational costs. It kept growing. Sandwell tried to help his elder brother by arranging a job through a friend. But Son refused, saying he didn't like the job. Instead, he continued asking for money to start a business, without any real effort to become independent. The burden fell entirely on Sandwell, and indirectly on Opal. Back in their own home, the pressure became unbearable. They had their own child to care for, their own future to secure, yet a significant portion of their income was being drained. One day, Opal finally spoke up, calmly but firmly. She told Sandwell that his brother needed to take responsibility, that one income could not support 3 households. It wasn't sustainable. But instead of understanding, Sandwell reacted with anger. Arguments became frequent, heated, personal. Wendy continued influencing him, filling his mind with negativity about Opal. Slowly, Sandwell began to see Opal not as a partner, but as someone opposing his family. Meanwhile, Opal was juggling everything, taking care of their child, managing the home, dealing with emotional stress, and silently battling her deteriorating health. She was exhausted, alone, and breaking, yet she chose silence. She never shared her struggles with her parents because she didn't want to burden them. But silence has a limit. One day, the argument escalated beyond repair. In the heat of the moment, as he had done many times before, Sandwell said he wanted a divorce. He blamed Opal, calling her a bad woman who didn't respect his family. But this time was different. Something inside Opal shifted. She was no longer afraid of losing the relationship, because she had already lost herself trying to save it. With an unexpected calmness and strength, she responded, "Go ahead. Call them. Tell everyone. If I am the only one trying to save this relationship, then let it end." Those words stunned Sandwell. He had expected resistance, fear, pleading, but instead he saw detachment. That day marked a turning point. Opal emotionally withdrew. She stopped expecting, stopped explaining, stopped trying to fix everything alone. She shifted her focus to her child, her health, and her inner peace. She was ready to walk away if needed. And for the first time, Sandwell began to reflect. He started seeing the pattern, the interference, the manipulation, the imbalance. He noticed how Opal had always been the one maintaining relationships, especially with his family. When she stopped calling, no one reached out. That silence revealed everything. The relationship with his family had been sustained entirely by Opal's effort, not by mutual care. Now, Opal lives differently. She lives on her own terms, with dignity, with boundaries. Sandwell slowly has begun to support her. But the story isn't over, because manipulation doesn't end easily, and her in-laws are not done yet. They are just changing their strategy.